Welcome back. Whether planning a family vacation, mapping out a solo adventure, or traveling for work this summer, the CDC is urging travelers to think beyond the suitcase when it comes to preparing for a trip.
Yes, so while travel always comes with a bit of unpredictable adventure, being prepared for the unexpected is critical to staying safe and healthy away from home, no matter where you're headed to this summer. So joining us now with tips for traveling safe and healthy is Dr. Amy Lynn Safety. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Hi, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Of course. So let's just jump right in. How do we know if we need like a travel vaccine, and is insurance going to cover that?
Yeah, so when you're traveling abroad, whether it is out of the country or maybe on a cruise or any type of travel, it's a good idea to check with the CDC website to make sure that there's not any recommended or required vaccines for that destination. So if you do go to the CDC website, they have a whole list of every destination in every different country, and it will tell you exactly what is required in order to arrive there. So once you do find that information, you can go ahead and make an appointment with your healthcare provider or at your local CVS pharmacy in order to schedule that vaccine. And with the travel vaccines, it does depend on insurance plans. So some of these vaccines are routinely covered by your insurance, but some you might just want to give them a call first before making that appointment.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
That's
very
really
good tip. Yeah. What sort of things should we pack in our bags with us, like healthcare necessities? What are we looking at there, doctor?
Yes, so I am a pharmacist, so I always travel with a mini pharmacy with me. So it's very important to know that some of the things in your medicine cabinet might not be available if you're going overseas. So you want to bring a little bit of everything that might help soothe any of the common ailments you might experience overseas. So what I like to think about is things that might impact your head, your nose, or your stomach. So what I mean by that is if you're traveling, there's a chance you're probably going to get a headache. So it's a good idea to bring some ibuprofen or acetaminophen to help with that. And then, of course, if we are going to different areas of the globe, it might be a different season. There's different allergens that might be exposed to. So it's a good idea to bring some allergy medications like some antihistamines and also nasal decongestants. When you're on those long flights, a lot of times your ears get clogged, your nose gets stuffy. So having a decongestant on hand is always a really good idea.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, I need those allergy meds
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
So what about traveling with like up-to-date documents like immunization records and passports and that kind of stuff?
Yes, it is always a good idea, especially if the country you're going to requires a vaccine. You want to have a printed copy of your vaccine record on your person. That way you have all the documentation needed in order to enter that country. And then when it comes to your prescription medications, of course, you want to make sure you bring enough for your trip with a few days extra, just in case there's any delays. But it's also a really good idea to bring a printed list of all your medications with the dosages and the doctor who prescribed them. That way, if you ever run into a situation where you do run out of medicine, you're able to find help with a healthcare provider there, and you have your record of the medications that you're currently taking.
Great.
I never thought of that.
That's a great tip. Dr. Safety, any other top tips for starting and maybe staying healthy while we're traveling this summer?
Yeah, so one of my best tips is to make sure that we're staying hydrated. So a lot of times when we travel, we forget to drink water, and dehydration, especially during the summer months, can go from a small problem to a very big problem very quickly, especially for patients who have other health conditions or might be elderly. So make sure you're drinking enough water when you are traveling, and just to make sure that you are staying healthy and can enjoy your trip.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's super
Love it.
helpful. Where can we go for some more information on what we talked about?
Yeah, so if viewers need more information about vaccine-specific recommendations, you can visit the CDC website. And to make those appointments, go to cvs.com.
That's great.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Safety.
Thank you so much.
I'm taking those tips to heart. We go on our vacation later this month. So
yes, and I always think I don't drink enough water because I don't want to
Absolutely.
have to go to the bathroom. So
I know,
times,
it's
but
true.
Worth
but
it,
hey,
I guess.
It's a health tip. That's right.